Coming up tonight on NBC Palm Springs at 5 o'clock, a major winter storm is moving across Southern California, bringing heavy rain and flooding concerns. How conditions are changing from the coast to here in the desert. That's coming up. Also, it is the height of seasonal depression, and doctors tell us how they can keep it under control.
Rain continues throughout Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, but the sun will be out on Christmas. Full forecast coming up. NBC Palm Springs at 5 begins now.
Now, connecting the valley, this is NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Mark Mester. Olivia Sandusky has tonight off. Let's get to our top story, which includes Governor Gavin Newsom, who has declared a state of emergency after a series of powerful storms moves through Southern California. The winter storm ushered in heavy rain, as well as the potential for mudslides and debris flows. Forecasters indicated that Southern California could see its wettest Christmas in years and warned about flash flooding. Areas along the coast were under flood warnings today, as local officials report minor roadway flooding and downed trees. Conditions could worsen as multiple atmospheric rivers move across the state. Officials have deployed emergency resources and first responders to several coastal and Southern California counties, while the California National Guard does remain on standby. The storm has already caused damage in the northern portion of the state, where flash flooding led to water rescues and at least one fatality. Here in the desert, we're seeing some light flooding too. Here's a look at Gene Autry and North Indian Canyon Drive, where the wash has been closed since this afternoon due to excessive rainfall and flash flooding. And with the wet weather that we've been experiencing here in the Coachella Valley, other major roadways are also closed at the moment tonight. That includes streets like Vista Chino and Indian Canyon Drive. That's where we find our Tiani Jadalang, who joins us live, braving the elements tonight. Tiani?
Mark, I'm in that stretch between Clubhouse View Drive and Carmela Drive that typically gets closed off on a rainy day like today. I'll step aside so you can see some of the barriers here. Definitely some wet conditions here in comparison to Palm Desert, where we were just about 20 minutes ago. Rain coming down just a little bit heavier. Many cars coming up and down this Vista Chino stretch, trying to get through, again, making that U-turn right after, but some wet conditions for Christmas Eve definitely across the Coachella Valley. The NBC Palm Springs team has been tracking the conditions all afternoon. The rain has been on and off in both the central Coachella Valley and here in the west end of the valley. You should be looking at some footage from earlier this afternoon in the city of Palm Desert. Despite the rain, there's no shortage of cars out on those roads or shoppers doing their last-minute holiday shopping. We spoke with some of those individuals about the stormy weather for the holiday season.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Different view, it's nice. The storm is coming. I guess it doesn't storm out here or rain too much, but we're here for it, so looking forward to seeing it.
We have been looking forward to coming down here all year. We booked it hoping to get some sun. We came from flood watch up where we're at. Everything that we're at is all underwater. So came down here and it's more of the same, but it's warm. So we're happy about that. We're just kind of rolling with it.
Yeah.
Even though you might want to run those last-minute errands just before the holiday season, experts are urging drivers to be extra cautious. It really does only take 12 inches of water to carry a car away. Now, here on Vista Chino, this is not the only road in the west end of the valley that is closed right now. We have our usual suspects, Gene Autry Trail and North Indian Canyon further down in the Palm Springs area. Be sure to be extra cautious if you are out on those roads, and be courteous to other drivers, as some might be in a rush for this holiday season. There's no telling when a road like Vista Chino might open up, but we will keep you updated with that information on our website and our social media pages. That's NBCPalmSprings.com. Live in Cathedral City, I'm Tiani Jadalang. We'll send it back to Mark in studio.
All right, our thanks to Tiani for that. Meantime, live pictures right now from our Agua Caliente casino camera. That picture says it all right now. Heavy cloud cover, dealing with more rain as well. We're going to send things over to our Pablo Alsina, who's tracking not only the temperatures right now, but Pablo, also our Christmas Day forecast, right?
Yeah, we're going to continue to see rain all day today. Temperatures cooling off a lot, 59 degrees currently. You're going to notice a lot of humidity, 96%. Not much rain in the Palm Desert, Palm Springs area, and it's going to stay like that, but we're still under a flood watch up until 1 o'clock tomorrow for all these areas. Hopefully the rain will hold off for our area, but that big band definitely came in, brought in tons of rain, but nothing like up in San Bernardino in California where severe flooding took place. Temperatures for us, 59 degrees in Palm Springs, 58 for Desert Hot Springs, 60 degrees in Thousand Palms, 43 in Big Bear City, and the temperatures will cool off as nighttime gets closer. Currently, the 3-day forecast showing more rain on Thursday and Friday, but for Christmas, the rain will be early on Thursday. By 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we expect it to be sunny, so you might see the sun on Christmas Day. Nice to hear that. But then Friday, some more rain coming in, and then Saturday, by then the rain shall be gone. I'll be back for my 7-day forecast in a bit. Back over to Mark.
All right, Pablo, thank you for that. If you want to stay prepared for more rain that's on the way, there are resources that are available. Multiple cities are offering sand and sandbags to prepare in the case of any more flooding. Got a list right there on your screen. If you're a resident, you can pick them up, but you need to bring your own shovel. Officials advise to fill the bags to about a half or 2/3 full. Makes them easier to close and also easier to carry. Cities are also encouraging residents to sign up for emergency alerts as well. City officials say this is how they can quickly notify you about any disaster, things like fire evacuations, where to find shelter, or transportation information. Text or voice messages will be sent to home phones, cell phones, even computers. You can sign up online by going to your city's website. We've posted all the cities that have alert systems in place. There's also Alert Rivco if your city doesn't have its own alert system. We spoke to officials in Cathedral City about what you can do to protect your home over the next few days.
Homeowners have a responsibility too, because when their homes were designed, there was allowances made for drainage on their property, and they don't want their properties to flood. So what they need to do is make sure that their routes to pass that water to wherever it was supposed to go, the front of the property or back of the property, most properties it's at the front of the property, that the water has a clear path to get to the street. Make sure their rain gutters are clear, make sure the downspouts are clear.
For a full list of tips to protect your home from the storm and more on sandbag pickups and alert systems, you can go to our website. That is NBCPalmSprings.com. As the storm continues, be aware that power outages can occur. Imperial Irrigation District wants you to know they're on standby right now in case of an outage. We also spoke with Southern California Edison officials about what you can do in the event of an outage in your home.
If an outage does occur, folks can do some things around their home. We know customers are concerned of their food in their refrigerator. One tip that can help extend the shelf life is to put blocks of ice in their refrigerator, and that'll help maintain their food fresh longer. And also very simple, but limiting the times that they open and close that door, just to preserve that fresh, cool air inside the fridge. Knowing how to operate their garage door, if they'll be out in the community. Also important, traffic signals could also be impacted by an outage. So they should be aware of those conditions. If they run into a traffic signal that's not operating, they should treat it as a four-way stop.
Again, in the event of an emergency, Valley cities have alert systems in place that you can sign up for right now. A link to all those can be found on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. CHP's annual holiday enforcement period starts at 6 p.m. tonight. It runs through late tomorrow night. Focus will be on impaired driving, speeding, and reckless behavior. Local CHP officers across Riverside County will be out in force, along with sheriff's deputies and city police departments conducting checkpoints and extra patrols. Last Christmas, CHP officers arrested more than 300 drivers statewide for driving under the influence, and they issued more than 2,200 speeding tickets. 17 people were killed in crashes within CHP jurisdiction as well. Turning to some local news tonight, a homicide suspect has now been charged after a fatal shooting in Indio took the life of a 23-year-old man. 41-year-old Gabriel Salazar was taken into custody on Saturday in the area of Avenue 51 and Fillmore Street in the city of Coachella before his appearance at the Larson Justice Center, which happened this morning. The investigation started last Tuesday after a shooting on Dove Street that's near Calhoun and Quail Streets. That's where officers found 23-year-old Angel Ernesto Y. Mendoza suffering from gunshot wounds. Salazar was booked into the John Benoit Detention Center for homicide and weapons violations. Today, deputies in Thermal have arrested 2 suspects accused of stealing an $80,000 ranch horse from a local ranch. The theft was reported November 26th on Monroe Street in Thermal. Investigators say the horse was taken from the property, prompting an investigation by the Riverside County Sheriff's Rural Crime Team. On December 22nd, deputies arrested 22-year-old Zachary Cobbs and 27-year-old Cinderella von Falkenhausen, both from Temecula. They were booked charges of grand theft and conspiracy. Deputies say efforts are ongoing to locate the horse and return it to its owner. It is Christmas Eve, and while many will be dealing with last-minute shopping for loved ones or even baking those last batch of Christmas cookies, for some, this time of year may not be so joyful. Our Brett Rosen spoke to a psychiatrist today on the dangers of seasonal depression. He's live in studio tonight with that story. Brett?
Mark, I spoke to a family earlier today about the effects of seasonal depression. They tell me it's a real thing. And as a family, they've lost 2 loved ones in the past couple of years. So for them, this year's Christmas just won't be the same. It's finally the holiday season. But what's a joyful time for one person can be a miserable time for the next. Dr. Laurel Halpin, who's a psychiatrist at Kaiser Permanente, calls it seasonal depression. Something that, according to Kaiser Permanente, affects up to 26% of adults. Dr. Halpin says stress can be the #1 factor.
So people may be struggling with financial constraints, time constraints, stress at work, and then family dynamics can get complex too this time of year.
It's going to be different going home on Christmas. I didn't think of that till you just brought it up.
And for families like Dennis and Michelle Vigil, seasonal depression can come from having to celebrate the holidays after losing a loved one. They've both lost a grandmother and mom in the past couple years. And Michelle Vigil says Christmas this year just won't be the same.
This is our 3rd year after losing my grandma, so it's definitely, you think about it, like when we were talking about homemade traditional things yesterday, it made me think of her. So yeah, I could totally see that.
The Vigils say what helps them combat the seasonal sadness is leaning on one another. Dr. Halpin says other ways can be as easy as getting some sunlight and exercising.
Get in view of the sun. If you're able to go outside and have a coffee or something like that, that's great. If not, even just being by a window, opening all the curtains can make a huge difference. But as much as you're able to go on walks, go to the gym, exercise, that can also make a huge difference.
Another thing Dr. Halpin said that could help fight the seasonal depression is just by talking through things. And like the Vigil family, leaning on the loved ones you may have around you is the most important. Live in studio, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Brett, thank you. Earlier this week, music icon and Coachella Valley resident Barry Manilow revealing he was diagnosed with lung cancer. In a statement made on social media, Manilow said the cancerous spot was found on his left lung and that it was found early, so all that's needed right now is surgery. The news came on the heels of a week of sold-out shows over at the McCallum Theater, a gift of love, which has raised millions of dollars for local Valley nonprofits. The McCallum Theater and its CEO, Yvonne Bell, had this to say, in part, quote, "The entire McCallum Theater family now sends Barry our own gift of love following the news of his cancer diagnosis. Barry is a cherished friend of the McCallum, and we're confident he's going to make a full recovery and be back on stage very soon," end quote. All right, coming up next tonight, a special look behind the scenes at one of the Coachella Valley's most beloved attractions. More on Olivia Sandusky's report at the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens on Christmas Day. That's coming up. Also, Santa Claus officially on the move, and NORAD is tracking his journey as he makes his way towards Southern California. Stay with us. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5 o'clock on this Christmas Eve, and we're back right after this.
committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5.
We have a special program alert for you right here on NBC Palm Springs. Join us for a journey through 1 year at the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens. Our Olivia Sandusky has been following along behind the scenes all year long to learn how they manage their more than 600 animals and acres of desert gardens. You can see some of the amazing footage right there. We're going to go season by season through 2025. You're also going to hear about new animal arrivals like the Patis monkeys.
Patis monkeys are known for being quick on their feet. So they walk on all fours, which is kind of neat to see, and they can go up to speeds of 34 miles per hour. So they are known to be the fastest monkey. Patis monkeys are eating a variety of vegetables and protein in the form of worms and bugs, and they are going to forage throughout the day.
Watch More Than a Zoo, 1 year, the Living Desert at 11 a.m. right here on NBC Palm Springs. Tomorrow morning, you can also stream the full-length hour-long special on our NBC Palm Springs YouTube page tomorrow morning as well. And you know this, all month long we've been showcasing holiday lights across the valley with our own official holiday ambassadors. We've got Sandy Claus on the left right there, and on the right, that's Scotty, the retired elf. 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, Sandy and Scotty will present their Holiday Lights Christmas Spectacular with special guests, so we're very excited to showcase it for you. Turning to some consumer news this evening, the $1.7 billion Powerball jackpot, the fourth largest in U.S. history, is up for grabs tonight after 47 straight drawings without a winner. Prize offers a choice between $1.7 billion or $781 million. That's a lump sum, both before taxes. The annuity includes an immediate payment, followed by 29 annual payments that grow by 5% each year. That'd be a nice Christmas present, to say the least. Meantime, live pictures right now from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. You can still see that heavy cloud cover. Pablo Alsina standing by with your Christmas Day forecast. That's on the other side of this break. We'll be right back.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters.
I'm Pablo Alsina. Super sensational, kind of an eerie shot right now. You can tell it's still very cloudy. The Walter Clark cam shot. Cloudy, and the rain has kind of stopped for most parts, but it's going to continue throughout the night and into tomorrow morning. We are cooler than normal, usually 68 degrees. Today, way down to 62, so 2 days in a row where we are cooler than the normal temperatures. Every single day in December up until the last 2 days, we were well above regular temperatures. Temperatures all day today between 64 and 68 degrees. Cooler, windy, and of course showers covering all of California and mostly Southern California as well. Future precipitation, if you see it, you're going to notice the rain clouds coming in, but then after around midnight, they're going to start dying off some. Christmas Day, we're actually expecting some sun as well, and it's going to get a little bit windy in parts. Winds up to 19 miles an hour in Desert Hot Springs, more than 20 miles an hour in Whitewater and in Yucca Valley. So much more windy than it's been most of December. High temperatures for today, 62 degrees in Palm Springs, 64 the hottest in Palm Desert, and Thousand Palms also 64. Big Bear City with a high of just 45. Low temperatures for tonight will be in the mid to low 50s, and our 7-day comfort air forecast, rain for Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday. But Thursday for Christmas Day, we expect it to be sunny after around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we'll see the sun again, but there'll still be some showers on Friday as well. Then Saturday and throughout, the showers should move on. I'm Pablo Alsina. Keep it here on NBC Palm Springs.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content, contests, and more. Go to NBCPalmSprings.com. Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news. NBC Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Oh, welcome back. This morning at the Berger Foundation Iceplex, the Larson family hosted the Junior Firebirds Family Skate. Take a look. A few of us hit the ice for a good workout before we all eat entirely too much this weekend. A good back and forth skate with several Junior Firebirds players and coaches. a good holiday scrimmage with 2-star goalies. Whole lot of fun. And thanks again to the Larson family for that. But that's not the point of the story. The Burger Foundation Iceplex will host a Christmas skate tomorrow from 12:30 to 3:30. Once you're done opening presents and having brunch, you can lace up the skates. Now, if you wear your Christmas pajamas, you'll get a free skate rental for the event. You can sign up at theburgerfoundationiceplex.com.
Playing college hockey at a young age was the goal and the dream. And I really idolized those guys. So early in high school, I started talking to a few teams, and Yale was right down the road from my hometown, and just sort of was a no-brainer for me. They were the best team in the country at the time and provided a great education. I loved it. My 4 years there were a real blessing. It's awesome. I got a text right away from JT, equipment manager, and who I'm very close with. And no, it's cool. I remember these trips when I was at Yale. We had one in Arizona, and it's exciting. I do wish I could be here to watch the games, but I think I'll be able to catch them for dinner or practice, and it'll bring back a lot of good memories.
Oh, the 2026 Cactus Cup will be held at Acrisure Arena on January 2nd and 3rd. You can grab tickets still at AcrissureArena.com. That, of course, Firebirds forward John Hayden, a Yale alumnus. So look for the Yale Bulldogs and a few other teams to come out here to the desert in January. More information as we get closer to the date. That'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
All right, finally tonight, Santa Claus is heading over South America after riding through Europe, delivering toys and goodies on his reindeer-powered sleigh. According to the North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD, tracked by radar, satellites and volunteers monitoring his progress. As the federal agency responsible for warning and defending America goes into overdrive tonight. According to NORAD, Santa departed the North Pole just after 5 a.m. this morning. Going to be a busy night for him, and he's got some rain to deal with here in the valley, right?
Yeah, and that wasn't AI. That was real footage. Real.
All right, we're back to